Hi everyone! So a little while ago I was tagged in a 7 Facts video by a fellow New Zealand YouTuber um, by the name of Andy, whose channel you can see in the annotations right now. It's also in the description, so it'd be totally cool if you went, checked her channel out, and maybe hit her up with a sub. That'd be awesome. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. So that means I now have to make a video, which is this, listing 7 facts about myself. So here we go. The first fact about me is, during the course of my educational career, I went to 7 different schools. During my primary school / intermediate career, I started off for a term as a new entrant at a school in Palmerston North, which is where I spent the first 5 years of my life. After that, I went to a school in Wellington for 6 years. Then we moved to a small town not far from Hamilton, in the Waikato, called Te Araha, and I went to a school there for year 7. And then for year 8, I moved to North Harbour and went to Maharangi College in Warkworth. So that's 4 for my primary / intermediate career. And then in high school, I started out at an all-boys Catholic school, and hated that. So after 2 years, I moved to an inner-city co-educational public school with no uniform, which was totally rad. Wellington High School, awesome school. And then my last year of high school, I actually ended up going on exchange, so I finished high school in Fort Atkinson, at Fort Atkinson High School in Wisconsin. So yeah, that's four primary / intermediate schools and 3 different high schools over 2 different countries. So that's pretty neat. The second fact about me is, obviously, I'm from New Zealand, which, for anyone viewing that doesn't know, it's a small island nation at the bottom of the world. South of Australia, 2 main islands. New Zealand, we're in the South Pacific. Contrary to popular belief, we are not a European country. We are in the South Pacific. I should know. I lived there for approximately 18 years of my life. So yeah. Third fact. I play a few instruments, and I sing, and I write songs, and you probably tell from a lot of the videos on my channel that I'm pretty passionate about making music. But this fact isn't that I'm passionate about making music, that's blatantly obvious. This fact, the third fact, is that I didn't actually start learning music or learning to play an instrument. I basically never touched an instrument before 3rd form, when I started high school. And 3rd form year I took piano lessons, which I only took for a year because I absolutely loathed them, but did me good for a number of reasons, later with other instruments and with theory knowledge. And then later that year I took bass lessons, which became my primary instrument, and from there I branched out to guitar and vocals, and the rest is history. So, yep, that's how I got into music. 4, my middle name is Harris, which is my grandmother on my dad's side. It's her maiden name, so I feel pretty privileged to have that part of my family history embedded into my name. I think that's pretty cool. 5, my dream and ultimate aspiration in life. I should say dreams because this is kind of multiple things, but all wrapped into one because I want to be them all at the same time. I want to be a professional YouTuber, which I'm on my way to. I want to be a professional singer-songwriter, which I'm also on my way to. I want to be a professional camera operator and director. I want to operate cameras on set for TV and movie productions. But I also want to direct my own movies because, let's face it, what creative cameraman doesn't? And I want to be a writer. I've wanted to be a writer forever. I love writing, absolutely love it. Not a day goes by that I don't write something, mostly poetry lately, but I'm working on a novel, which I'm enjoying, and yeah, writing is awesome. I love to write. One of my favorite things. So they're all the things I want to be in life. Woo! I'm well on my way to all of them, I would say. My 6th fact, in my 2nd to last year of high school, this tags onto the writing thing. My 2nd to last year of high school, 6th form, I was shortlisted for the National Schools Poetry Award by Victoria University of Wellington for a poem I wrote called Being Pakeha, which I wrote the bones for when I was in 4th form, and then restructured in halfway through 5th form into the poem that I entered in 6th form to that competition, and that resulted in I did a workshop at the Victoria University creative writing building, and that was wicked. I absolutely love the Victoria University creative writing department. I'm hoping I'll end up there someday, doing something either in a teaching capacity or in a student capacity. That would be wicked. I love them. I love creative writing in general, and I love that department. They're awesome people. And you can find a link to that poem in the description if it interests you at all. It's one of the best things I've ever written. I'm so proud of it. So if you'd check that out, that'd be wicked. That'd mean the world to me. Last thing, my last of the 7 facts. My favorite author of all time. My favorite author is the author of my favorite book of all time, which is Catcher in the Rye, which tells you that my favorite author is J.D. Salinger, which is starting to become a rather unoriginal favorite author choice amongst teenagers. I'm not a teenager anymore, but I was a teenager approximately a month and a half ago, so I'm still claiming that age group as mine. But it's not just because of Catcher. I loved Catcher, don't get me wrong. Catcher in the Rye is, like, my favorite book ever. But mostly the reason I love J.D. Salinger, a lot of his other works actually, Franny and Zoe, is one of my favorite books also, and I love the way he intertwines themes of the ways of Zen Buddhism into his works. I really enjoy that, and I fell in love with the Glass family through his work, so I really like every piece of work he did that featured the Glass family, and it's kind of an 8 tag and 7 facts thing, but it goes along with the J.D. Salinger thing. I love him so much that I've read everything he ever published, at least once. Catcher in the Rye, I'm now on my 4th reading. Love that book, and I'm hoping to, at some point in the future, turn Catcher in the Rye into a vlog series, which I will put onto my channel. So, I'm working on scripting for that at the moment. That's it. That's 7 facts about me. Now you know more about me. That's scary that a bunch of people, strange people on the internet, know this much about me, but it's also cool, because now you'll know me better. Yeah, I'm gonna throw, seeing I plugged Andy at the start of this video because she tagged me for the 7 facts thing, I'm gonna plug someone else at the end of this video, The Word Fighter. If you're into vlogging at all, her channel, awesome vlog channel, so head on over, her channel name is The Word Fighter, and there's a link to her channel also in the description for this video and in the annotation right now. So, The Word Fighter, like, if you like vlogging, she's another New Zealand YouTuber. She's absolutely fantastic. Check out her channel, subscribe to her channel. Awesome. Thanks for watching. See you later.